Hi everyone, Brian Rhodes here. Well, big step last week. I I started working with the casting director for the film. It might be a little soon, but it usually is a long process. Especially when you're dealing with lining up the leads for the film. Let me tell you why now. I spent last week working on the screenplay quite significantly, and I laid out the profiles for all of the characters that are required. And it became evident to me that this storyline is so appealing, a father and son story. It's just ideal for some good young actors. And I think along the lines of, say, from a story perspective, now I wrote it, so I'm feeling this way, obviously, but I think it's got legs similar to that in terms of story, and similar to that to maybe Moonlight or The King's Speech, or maybe The Best Marigold Hotel. It's very intimate. It's a love story. It's father and son. It's that type of story, but it's got some interesting rough edges to it as well. So because of that, I think there are going to be a number of young actors out there that are known in North America that might like to attach themselves to the film. So to identify those people and to work slowly towards maybe identifying the right person, I need a casting director. The casting directors know without question who these characters are and who would be best suited to this type of role. So we're not going to waste time talking to people who may not be able to cut it, quite frankly. And I'm certainly not going to be the one to judge on who it should be. That's got to be the casting director. So what we now want to do is, as I say, work with the casting director and identify those people. And here's why. If we can get somebody aligned with the film, attached to the film, a known name, that's going to increase the potential funding of the film dramatically. Right now, we're prepared to do a film of roughly $275,000. There's a mechanical reason for that. Let me explain. That or slightly less. In Toronto, in Canada, ACTRA allows us to use union actors at a significantly reduced rate if we do it under what's called the Toronto Indie Production Program. That's TIP. The actual crew won't be union, but the cast will be. So we have access to a huge to a huge pool of good talent, right? And that's the bare minimum that I would settle for. But if we can attach somebody of name to the talent, somebody who has a North American name or a European name that's up and coming, then the potential to add additional funding is very real. Very, very real. How do we assign or how do we align somebody to the film? Well, that's where the casting director comes into play. The casting director is in touch with their agents, in touch with their business managers. We've got to sell them on the story, so I need a lockdown script. In fact, may have to even visit them, talk to the managers, look at what the prospects are. And if we can sell them on it, or if they themselves see this as being a role that can truly enhance their career, then they're quite capable of signing on to the film, subject to us paying the money that they expect, and subject to their calendar or their schedule, and also, of course, subject to the fact that in the final analysis, when they look at other people that are cast in the various roles and whatnot, whether they give the final green light to participate. So there are a lot of ands, ifs, or buts to it. But it's my contention that that there are a number of juicy roles in this film for actors really looking to make a name for themselves. Now, if we can, in fact, get somebody attached to the film that has a name, then that's how we would promote it through the next funding stage. We're in the pre-production funding stage for that. We have the money to do that. That money allows us to pay the casting directors to do what they have to do now to find those people. Also, it's there to, if necessary, allow us to travel to meet the people or person that we want to be the star of the film, etc. to make sure that since that person undoubtedly would be interacting with me, that we would have something going in terms of our relationship, getting along together, that type of thing. It's very important that that happen. And so my suggestion is that it's probably going to take us months to ultimately find that person, get them on board, but we started last week, which really has got me pretty darn excited. So that's what I wanted to tell you this time around. I'll keep you posted on what develops as we get further into the chit chat with the casting director. But I can assure you that the casting director I've selected is one that is recognized worldwide, has worked with the best people in the industry, and is one who is going to give us the best possible chance of finding the right person for the hero's role, and also to cast all the other roles that are part of the film. Looking forward to working with their team in a big way. That's it for now. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.